You got one more?
You got the minutes?
Ready.
No, right, okay. Right, minutes of the finance meeting. I've got, well, privacy, I've got no comments. Yes, the finance officer did these. So I think I'm talking very good. So, can I have a something to approve? Thank you.
I shall have to abstain it, so we'll put it out to reference of all bits I've seen in there.
Okay, well, let's see what his minutes, I think. What is there is all on the agenda anyway. Right. Wendy, your report.
Well, actually, I haven't been here. I've been back that week. I just wanted to let council know I've applied for 2 grants. I applied for those to do Love My Market grants, and there's Love My Market which back from 5,000 which I've applied for, and that's to help the street lights in down Market Street. So we get Market Street, the Christmas lights, yes, so Christmas lights go up to £5,000. Hopefully we'll have to get some quotes from street lights tonight in Walsham, who are all councillors using my illuminations and illuminations. So I put in for like a street light for maybe a globe that people sit in, you know, to take photographs and hashtag my fortune just to create some bits to it, but I haven't spoken to Colin. I think I need to speak to Colin. If I get Colin, say, what would you like money on? And I've also applied for another grant, which was a town ambition programme. And I had to get the 3 quotes for a website and a video and promote Walsham for events and businesses and what goes on in Walsham. It's a bit like they've got one in Walsham called Visit Walsham. And they'll come and do this programme and then they'll run the website for 6 months. You can apply for a grant up to £10,000. And then we have to match funded by 25%. 75%. So I've actually put the grant for 11,000. The total was 14,750 VAT. So I put that one in, but I did get 3 grants, one from Chief Knowledge and one from a company.
From the business training.
Yeah.
There's a county scheme for training businesses in origin businesses, websites, marketing, that kind of thing. So it's kind of a follow on from that and try and keep that group of businesses involved.
Yeah, so my plan for that is to go around the businesses with this picture and go into these businesses and say, interview them and say, look, I've got a short and then we do a little bit of a video for each one. And even the ones, if we've got enough money and enough time, we can do the ones in the university as well. Because there's so many businesses in Walsham, they've got their own, it's just a platform and then all the events that happen will be on this. So it's just promoting Walsham.
Small businesses, if I may say, chairs will know, are really struggling. In particular, the hospitality industry. I even heard on the news this morning that curry houses seem to be out of fashion in Sheffield as well. So the fact that we're doing a little bit to support their awareness of what business services they are for Walsham businesses is exceedingly important.
It's just on one platform, but at the moment there's lots of little different
And that
things.
doesn't work either. Yeah.
You know, so it will be got events to say, we'll put all the events on there, and that's the place to go to, and it keeps it away from the town council website, which I thought would be better to do. They're going to do 6 months worth of it for training, and then we'll have to see what we need to do afterwards. I think it's like
More prepared to analyse the what's happened.
Would they be using an executable platform?
Yeah.
Not going to do something written.
No, we'll be able to do
You know.
I think go to social completely as well. They'll get some training on how to do some evening reporting. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it'll be a bit of it. Explore.
Who would own the domain? Who would own the domain?
We, as a town council.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be a town council website, but it would be for people to. And we would be the only people that edit it as well and put stuff on, but people would say that they'd be interested to do. Yes.
So do we need to agree anything on that?
Just applied for it. It was a very short time ago.
No.
And I would go get it.
It's not spending, the regular to do spending.
25% because the other one is fully funded.
No, for amenities tomorrow night, there's money about the funds, but some things there.
Yeah, the trees, so that's, I'm going to apply to that for the cherry trees.
Told, I'm just taking them off, but people won't be there. We've got them, but it's somewhere between 30 and 50 pounds for a trip.
That's not a bunch of cherry trees.
Not to be earned.
No.
Possible, be put in, not to be earned. That's the understanding.
Yeah.
That's why I'm looking at matching it up and say it all again.
So,
I think, Kate has gone down on behalf of money on the
right, so that's all in the refer. To receive the finance reports, we haven't, I'm afraid, to report an updated reserve statement. It's just one or two things I think to draw to your attention. Firstly, at the last meeting, we agreed that the balance for the new cemetery reserve would be brought in like gas, so we've done it. We've now got a minimum reserve figure of 120,000, which is for the rainy day, which is in accordance with policy. Policy is that we adopted this got to be 3 months president, so so we've actually done that. There is some further work to be done. Once we've got the preset, we can bring it back to a further meeting with the finance committee. But in spite of all the challenges this year, what is emerging is that we've already quite a bit of money for new projects moving into the next financial year. In spite of all the challenges. And part of that is when we have all the pensions, is that the reserve which we were holding there. Right, ready, receipts and payments.
Oh, I've got a copy of the receipts and payments. They do go to council each time. You said that we'd like to see it for council. I've only got one copy.
Well, it's just about now.
Yeah,
That's
so it's just one.
council.
So then you have to see them, but they get organised at the full council, so. Can you look at them? That's up to the 31st of August because it's up to September. Yeah, I'm going to get this bins, an invoice for bins come through on New Road, which should have been cancelled. I come back to the house project, so I said, not know what I'm hopefully getting on that for the previous year as well, so that's £14,000. So
We get to introduce yourself from our.
to some bins that might say no. And the bins that we have collected at the cemetery, I'm amended that as well because it was on one. So, yes, that's money. I've saved, but some money I'll be getting back. But that will have to be distributed to the further possibly just with it.
There's so many things from inherited, we've had one or two things where we've been paying for something which we shouldn't be paying.
It can very easily happen. Yes. And the other thing that sometimes happens is someone seems to be cross-charged. So I give my vote aesthetically when you have to do that, because it's not just a cross-charge, it's getting the money, isn't it?
Yeah. We may have to do an invoice to the people dealing with the apartment because you spent time chopping up that tree.
Yes.
Nothing time.
Well, obviously the budget's not there, we know why the budget's not there, and it's because
It's got a little bit, because I inherited the budget and I wasn't too sure. Because my predecessor, I've done it before, so I was just a bit of a, put my finger up in the air and check, I guess. But since I've been here, yeah, but since I've been here like over a year, I now know what I'm expecting and what I'm not expecting.
Never routine, probably no cheer and a better idea of what it was.
And the budget that they used to get before.
Okay, just move on to the just no receipts payments, maybe.
Yeah,
No, we will receive an obligation service statement. So on it,
Yeah.
we do agree, but there's one thing to agree on the service statement, that we're proposing to lease vehicles in future.
Yeah.
So we've got 40,000 there, so we don't need to have, we need about 10,000.
Oh, you've got straight on costs at least.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
You've got your costs for the use, anyhow, you've got no
So
use, so you've never had to go out.
if you're agreeable, sorry, we're going back to the reserve statement. Would reduce the reserve for vehicle leasing from new vehicles from 40 to 10.
Presumably the maintenance figure will come up in future years, or other monies.
And that's on cost, your revenue, and that's something that's got to be built into the budget. I'll propose that.
Is that just for vehicles in general,
Yeah,
spoken about any exit arrangements on them?
well, to go to, moving towards the lease, so we don't need her.
Vehicles of all kinds.
We need to think about leasing a new vehicle, I think that's not the present money, it's not. Even though it's not our own in miles.
Just a moment, so we'll come in.
They do, of course, there will be the residual on your existing vehicles, which will wash through the accounts as well, so there will be that credit as well, which is now.
Some that's still, anyway, we will agree with you. Right, now moving on to the budget, let's take you back. The budget that we set for this year was 497,680. It was a balanced budget, and it was very increased like that in the council tax. It was slightly more in terms of this because a few more houses. That comprised of precepts of 430,730. We've got a further 2,000 to come. And the other income was 66,050. Forecast at the moment, at the end of the year, is the other income will be about 96,000. So we have a surplus of 20,000 on the income. Precept is as the precept. In terms of the year-end, we've further work to do on this, but we are projecting this year there will be a deficit which we will meet quite comfortably from reserves. It's partly due to the fact that there's a whole range of projects we're taking on this year, and partly due to the various challenges that we face. But we should have a clearer picture when we have the next elections. But any deficit from this year needs to be reserved. So that is the position at the moment on the projected forecast. I mean, but those figures are based on what we've
On the projects that are labelled for to be met by payments will come up at full council presumably, and we will be notifying the public of what those achievements are cost actually. Yeah.
Much as we can.
Yeah, exactly.
We've got a few projects going on at the cemetery.
Yeah.
Welfare union and things, but that'll be coming out of the capital landscape, doesn't it? That would be.
Need to go and have a chapel that's all be happy and very on this thing. The Collie Western Lake, it's got health and safety can't be used, which is where I came from. It's a huge liability.
What we need to do now is promote the chapel. I mean, it's time. I don't, we did talk about having weddings there, but I don't know if we can have weddings there because we haven't got a spare room and they can go over, but we can promote them.
So the way that people pay their respects.
Yeah.
So funerals and whatever, it has changed very much. And very often they are services of thanksgiving.
Yes.
And sometimes chapels are sometimes sort of what they call an alternate Catholic approach to actually accommodating,
Yes, but I mean, in the cemetery, there's, apart from bringing the general decor of the chapel, you've also got the proper chapel restroom for ground staff, and drainage, and this is, ensuring that we've got adequate water storage. There as well, it's important in the variable weather that we have faced.
There's also something that's coming up in the DNA meeting tomorrow, but that's the shoreline boards. Since I know they ordered them too short, so they just welded something onto them to make it bigger and I don't know why I was just going, oh, it's only not to use. And because when they're short, the shoreline boards are short and they have bigger, so they need it.
We've had several funerals recently, the large coffins.
You need.
Definitely sure.
Right, so
Just a question, Chair. We are therefore in a good position at the moment in terms of planning the next budget.
yes, we are, and certainly, there are cost pressures on us. I think
Can I ask, being the new board, so how does the next year's budget, when they get it wrong, we obviously get to see it in the clerk and,
Yes.
some things.
Yeah, to the last one.
Yeah.
Which I'll probably be doing in October, to the October meeting. But in the September meeting, I'll ask if there's any projects or anything you'd like to be put into the budget.
particularly I would want to know from the communities whether they've got anything for generally, and also finance will have a look at it before it goes.
That's why I'm after in the October, and then I'll do it in the finance meeting. We might have to have our finance meeting towards the end.
That's so we can say, have the whole bunch of finances, we can look at it more closely.
Yeah.
But I think it would be worth looking, because I was here, well, I was around town, but I was in the Reverend Town Council, when we last had the council, that's
Certainly, yes,
I believe for 6 years.
6 years.
Well, I discovered from the council chairman that hasn't put a pre-step increase over the last 4 years. And now the previous chair of finance has retired. They're currently up in arms about what they can't do now because there has to be an increase. So it is a balance.
Yeah.
The pressures that we all face as council taxpayers and the services that we give. It's not an easy.
Yeah, no, like it's a watching, which you go up to find it for each year, rather than like, that's what happens, and they have to put things.
Part of Section 3 said it was like the fact the town's grown. We had probably the roads coming on street.
But it's all
So
extra
there
work.
was a steady increase anyway, because of expansion. But,
Well, it does.
That's going back to it.
But, what it does say is that, it shouldn't be a significant amount, it would be a small increase. But there won't be any reduction in services, but it continue on existing service and probably improve.
I mean, we're in a reasonably good position as well, so it's,
Well, it's a debate, isn't there? And it's a debate between councils when we get to the budget, and the debate of the councils that's about of what they've heard and the communications they've had with their boards within the community. So that's the way we should be looking at it. To be transparent, I'm sure you will.
Nobody wants the tax increase, but no, because nobody likes further, but we do something. We've got to find that out somewhere.
So, that's, no, it's not something more than present services, it's not what we're doing this is. Right, so, if we can just go on still forecast, is that right? The update on the cost per unit structure.
It's still going ahead. It's very difficult because everything has got to be recoded to the correct codes because I wanted here, for instance, you've got admin's lease agreements. Well, I wanted to break it down so you know that the photocopier is so much. And so I think it's usually subcategories so that you know how much your photocopier is and how much your IT is.
That's what I've done as already. Because once you get into it, you'll get to know those cost codes and you'll just quickly, know what they are.
Yeah.
This is the hard bit. It's actually getting to the right
It's getting to the right place. And I wait until I get the second block preset happening. And then I
It'd be a
want,
good idea if we actually were able to see when you've got that template,
yeah,
exactly what they are. So
Yes.
that when you put them into practice, then we're all at one as to how they stack up to make the final thing.
so I wanted electricity for each area, so you know how much area. And I really, and I have got there and straight there and then something might have to happen next year. I start from April, but we're not through that with.
what the project is already a lot more detailed than we used to, so really like direction.
But not everybody, it doesn't
But
work.
it's a slow process, because it'd probably be better now if I start from April, because a lot of this has been coded incorrectly, and I think that's because.
I think mid-year is not a very good idea.
No, so I'll probably start in April now.
After the district comments, there's a really point that we take this quite a time, but these things take some time to sort out.
It takes the time, you need to have quiet time, so I quite like doing that.
Because it's worth everyone is going.
Yeah.
And teachers are able to use those platforms for the future.
Because I've been so busy with our summer events, I think it's a winter project, and I think I probably will come in at the weekend and do it when it's quiet, or maybe take a look at if I can connect as well, but home and they just sit and really think about what I think we need.
To some extent, you want to have that done before we do the next year's budget.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, I do, yeah.
Because that doesn't look too.
No, yeah, but I can do it for the, I can do it for the budget, because we do it on that, paper form, don't you?
And
Start with,
quick go live with it. First of April.
yes.
And it does take 6 months. So
Yeah, so what I probably will do, I'll do my codes in my Word document and then transfer onto.
Better to do, get it right first time.
Yeah, because the budget now, this time was a lot better.
Oh.
Right, okay. Thanks for that. Just note that for it. So, yeah, we hope to have it in place for the beginning of the next budget year. Pension analysis. No, you look, there's something on here.
We address it.
Oh, well, I mean, what I've been advised is that we had some concerns about whether adequate deductions have been made for staff pension contributions. We know it in detail. What we've found over the last 4 or 5 years is that very, very minor errors have been made. Some instances, they've actually paid more than they need to for the pensions a bit better. There's one instance where it pays slightly lower. So there isn't a significant sum of money.
And the reason why they overpaid is because the brackets changed. Does that make sense?
If they were taking money from reserves, obviously if they do wish to exercise that right, a small sum that they, well, they pay back, no, they pay for the, choice. So, it's, that's pension analysis. But it did cause some concern at the time.
Yeah, well, I was very concerned, as you know, we have. The year that they've done, the year with the bank that wasn't implemented correctly was the year 2024.
Well, at least I've got some analysis on it, haven't you? And there's one way on the B one, bringing it to be correct. And that's got to be, all that we can do what is of the past.
I'm going to
And for the future, so we can.
I'm going to send Jess next because I understand pensions and wages, but Jess doesn't, so I'm going to send them a pension notice going. They're so concerned about it, and obviously I'm going. And she's doing the wages now, so I don't do the wages.
It's good time. What want to do?
Time first, lots about pensions and stuff.
Yeah, they do.
And
She gets quite concerned doing it, and it isn't quite a big job, it's a big wages and stuff.
Right, items for the next, I don't think that can just note, that, well,
Well, do you put them in there and like?
yeah, I'm just thinking of that, what we need to do is just,
Yeah, let me check.
check, there's not a significant issue, but that's, some further training and the finance,
Yeah.
the employees concerned, will be doing.
so the rationale's actually been done, hasn't it? That was the book with anything, the rationale's been
That
done.
was one.
Yeah.
Sorry, thanks for that.
No, that's not all right, it's just not to
So we went back to where we were.
take over.
There was something else in terms of, I'm not sure.
Yes, it wants, yes, it's just taking your whole look at that.
We went back, we did this. Very good strategy. Right, okay. Items for the next agenda, we're going to need, to have the meeting, draft budget. Well, we're going to need a draft, a better, an enhanced forecast and reserve statement. And if we're going meeting towards the end of October, I mean, because the budget meeting is in November, isn't it?
I have to get it in by the end of January, so yeah, I'd like to try to do it in December.
We normally do it at the end of the- we don't have to, we've got to, so.
I would like it
around
to-
it is, as you mentioned in the meeting, is that if we ask councillors at what considerations they might have for the budget, and we get that in October rather than in January, then we're in a position to actually appraise it, work out whether it's got some validity and whether it has a worth to be built into the budget, or we have the chance to explain to them why it's not. But we can't, when you get to January, it's like
Yeah.
an emergency full stop.
So I'll be bringing a draft budget to the November meeting.
November, but September meeting, all it needs to be on the agenda.
Yeah.
Council, that's councils need to.
Like a big thing,
Yeah,
November.
we probably give it pre-Christmas, post-Christmas, if you want to reserve, if you want.
Well, we do make a statement, and all councillors have that opportunity. I'm sure they've made before, it's just a matter
If I bring the draft budget in November, then if there's a problem, at least I've got the December to get it back, so I don't want to get it in.
We need to look at it before it goes to full council, to see how it's looking.
Yeah, you'll look at it in October and November meeting.
Yeah, so, yeah, it could be the first one coming to the date of the next meeting, it could be the first week in November. Provided that we need an enhanced and further forecast. We do need, the other thing, we do need to amend the grants and the policy.
Yeah. And the financial regulations for the amendments, but you was talking about the suppliers, the food suppliers list. And
Yes, it did make sense, because if you want to prove the budgets, then I'd have to go back and look at it, then we
Yeah,
go and have
yeah,
a look at
yes,
it.
please, before the next meeting. Because we have somebody on our review suppliers list, but they want to charge us £90 to give us a quote.
We'll go to the opposite, approve.
Yeah, and if we get accepted, then we'll take that money. Oh, because they know thousands have to give me a quote.
I thought the point of having the approved suppliers within the.
Yeah,
That's
that's what we need to judge out, because we did say that if there's like clients, you have dedicated, I can have more dedicated policies, so I have higher dedicated policies.
They're approved and trusted to the right group.
Yeah.
Good values, then I would have,
But if it's
so
still,
I would have to bring the quotes to you all the time, like the fees and
but that's where the policy is, that it needs to be changed, so that, if it's an approved supplier, and it's, but still, get the lowest, then you don't need to.
this person is on our review supplier, I always bring to get big quotes, if you know me, higher rate,
That's
then
what we do.
I won't need to get quotes, I'll get to say 500. Because what holds us up all the time is getting, you can't get things done, so that's getting quotes to cancel.
It could be done next week in the space 6 months.
But that's giving me, giving me that.
The last, point was again, next week of the last agenda, I'm not sure what it was.
Was that Facebook?
That was two on this agenda.
That's got to be, that's what we, and that's going to be the college book, that's going to do some more work.
I'm just gonna, just on because there was, I've got a list of dates, haven't I? So I think you used to have finance every 2 months.
Yes, we haven't got the winter next. We should have one, because, so we need one,
You know, we do need one.
it's either the last week in October or the first week in November.
It's not come up on my thing.
On this agenda.
People post around.
what cost information, sorry, I put legal fees and further associated costs.
That's got to be, that's what
That'll
we're
be
doing.
below the line and we'll bring that to
That's going to be the revised forecast. That's what we're going to do some more work on.
I'm just going to call up the North Walsham, what it's called, find out when. Yeah. Because there was, I've got a list of dates, haven't I? So, but I think we used to have town finance every 2 months.
Yes.
Um,
Well, I haven't got it down. When's the next? We should have one this, right, so we need one,
yeah, we do need one in,
it's either the last week in October or the first week in November. I would have thought.
It's not coming up on my phone. Why is it not coming up on my phone?
How people placed around that time.
Well, there's one in November already planned in the things, but you need to fit one in October.
Well, the one in November, what date is it planned for?
I think it's about, it's not coming up on my phone. Is it coming up on yours?
Well,
I went go here and then it just doesn't bring anything up. Okay, I'm going to have a look at that.
Let's see if I can get it on here.
It's under full council, I think.
When's
And then
next
it's,
full
you click
council?
here. It
Not
just
last-
doesn't bring
last
anything
week
up,
of
does it?
September.
You've got downloads then? It's on the 30th of
On
September.
the 30th.
Oh, there we go. So in November, it was, finance was the 4th.
Well, that would be all right, wouldn't it?
Should we, 4th of November is
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Leave it at the 4th, that's
Okay.
fine. What's that, Thursday or a Friday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So that should be about right, leave it, if it's
Okay.
already in the list.
Yeah, because I usually do the